It's at the magnificent Château de Sept-Fontaines in Luxembourg that our specialist is ready to referee another close matchup. No supercar today, but a duel between two heavy hitters capable of tearing up the asphalt despite their 2.3 tons on the scale. The Mercedes GLE 63S AMG Coupe or the Range Rover Sports SVR. Who will be the winner?
Welcome everybody, welcome to this new episode. Today we have the third matchup of the season. Two SUVs combining comfort, sportiness and space. Indeed, it was time to think of all of those mothers and fathers. Today's matchup, we've put up the Mercedes GLE 63S AMG, developing 585 horsepower, against the Range Rover Sport SVR, equipped with a 575 horsepower V8 compressor. First up is the Range Rover. It features a superb grey metallic finish, a carbon exterior pack, refined front grille, and it's equipped with 22-inch wheels, a beautiful black lacquered finish, carbon side vents and mirror caps.
Coque de rétroviseur en carbone également.
Sport side sills with lowered ground clearance for comfortable access to the vehicle. At the rear, absolutely fabulous exhaust series 2 double chrome outlets, which are rectangular this time, unlike the previous version.
The black
package with the Range Rover inscription in black, as well as the carbon trunk strip.
En carbone intégral.
On this model, contrasting roof in black, which gives an even more dynamic form to the vehicle. Now let's go to the other side of the Rhine and visit our Mercedes. This SUV GLE 63S AMG, with a more rounded form, is probably destined for a younger, more dynamic clientele. Dynamic first with its V8 twin-turbo 585 horsepower AMG effect engine, which has completely transformed this Mercedes GLE Coupe. Sitting on a very sporty 22-inch rim, the aluminium lateral step will facilitate access to the vehicle. As for the rear, we have a different form, a very elegant coupe finish with a rear wing, and a much more curvy form, lacquered black sport lateral exhausts, and a diffuser worthy of sporty vehicles. Here we are aboard the Range Rover Sport SVT with a very detailed finish. Range Rover has made huge efforts in terms of the quality of the materials. Alcantara leather, carbon everywhere in this interior. A vehicle with quite the distinct character, a virtual cockpit with all the driving info, lap counter, odometer, 2 central screens, a superior screen that slightly inclines with the infotainment, phone and navigation system.
Interface média, téléphone et navigation principalement, et un second écran.
A second, very large tactile screen that allows you to notably control the temperature with the seats and general parameters. Here, everything is tactile in this vehicle, including the ones on the steering wheel or rear view mirror that's found on the door or the center buttons. Range Rover has played with touch technology. And to bring some natural light into the vehicle, we have a big panoramic sunroof. Before, Range Rover encountered a few problems when it came to its navigation system, let's not deny it. And today, it's come back but improved. The navigation system is simple and much more fluid. As for the performance, we're pretty lucky, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.5 seconds, which is pretty incredible for a vehicle that weighs more than 2.3 tons. We don't have the impression at all of being aboard a sport vehicle because it's a sporty SUV with 575 horsepower. We're almost at 600 horsepower. And what comfort! It really is an enjoyable driving experience. And that sport exhaust. Listen to this. Fabulous. Very practical option. The heads-up display that allows you to see the speed and gear you're driving in front of you, without having your eyes leave the road. Lots of storage in the doors, 2 glove boxes, a central refrigerated compartment. If you ever get a little thirsty on the way, there's no need to stop. Your water bottle will be cool. As you have understood, an interior resolutely sport for this Range Rover Sport SVR, and in the Mercedes GLE 63S AMG, it's slightly different.
Comme je vous l'indiquais, l'intérieur de cette Mercedes GLE 63 S AMG.
As indicated, the interior of the Mercedes is different than the SVR. We have a more classic style. No virtual cockpit here. The odometers are standard with a central computer, a large screen to manage the navigation, multimedia and vehicle settings. Carbon also, a fairly large central console with double armrests and a large storage space.
Au niveau de l'assise, des sièges sport.
No bucket seats with Mercedes. Here they are sportier, more comfortable. It feels like we're wrapped. They're heated, but also ventilated seats. Seat adjustments are done on the door, and the gearbox is found on the steering wheel, not at the gear shift of the central console. The keyless entry with start-stop technology is very practical, since you can keep your key in your handbag or pocket. As you can see, the vehicle is large, so much so it requires assisted parking. On this Mercedes GLE 63S AMG, you have front and rear parking assist complete with camera. As for visibility, it's pretty good, despite it being a little more restricted than the Range Rover because of the coupe, and this rear window is quite small. For the trunk, the same system, a rear foldable bench that allows you to pack up to 1,750 litres of volume. The steering wheel, multi-function sports steering wheel, leather and Alcantara for flexibility, and good steering wheel performance. If you enjoy walking in the forest, you can safely go aboard this Mercedes SUV since the suspensions are adjustable, as on the Range Rover Sport, and you can cross the obstacles without problems. Under the hood of that AMG, the sport department of Mercedes conceited for us is a 5.5-litre V8 twin-turbo, developing 585 horsepower. It's 10 extra horsepower over the Range Rover SVR. We feel it slightly when doing 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.2 seconds, 3/10 better than the SVR. But the difference is really very small. Several driving modes are available: Comfort, Sport, Sport Plus, Snow, and an individual model that allows the driver to add all the settings that they desire. Now let's talk about the not so fun stuff. 17 to 18 litres per 100 kilometers is an average, up to 25 to 27 litres if you push the pedal to the metal, making your gas attendant quite happy. It's time to give you my impressions of these two cars of the day. The Mercedes suits, as I mentioned earlier, a younger and more dynamic clientele with its rounded forms. It's a very sporty vehicle, and if you're looking for sportiness, you will be conquered. The Range Rover is much more comfortable for a clientele making longer trips. Even when it comes to pricing, it's very close. 152,000 euros for the Mercedes and 157,000 euros for the Range Rover. Today, I'm not going to pick a winner. Normally, I give you my opinion, but today, the choice is yours. See you soon for another episode. Bye for now.